everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I am outside. I'm washing up some pots so that I can up pot my watermelon seedlings. Be careful when you're out here doing your pots because these spiders love to hide in these pots and in these seedling trays. Okay, I'm gonna let these drain while I go pour my water on some of my beds. This is the hosta plant I showed you all 2 videos ago, which was probably 3 days ago. And look at it now. I still have not up potted this hosta, so I want to get that done today. Okay, these are our experiment tomatoes, and the wind has been blowing so hard it has gotten down to as low as 41 degrees, and this tomato plant still looks pretty good. Here's the other one. It don't look, it was smaller, so it still looks good also. Our lettuce and cabbages, we expect them to do well. We will be keeping an eye on these plants. I showed you some of these asparagus in the last video. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get this one. See, that one's kind of small. Okay, I'm gonna take these 2. Okay, I'm gonna go inside and wash these and have them with breakfast. I have some more that are coming up. And we got a lot of rain since I planted these lacinated kale seeds, and they already have germinated. And take a look at the potatoes that's planted in this 30-gallon grow bag. And these are the bolero carrots planted in a 30-gallon grow bag. And this is the area that I have flagged over here. You need to put a pole or something up with a white flag. They want white, or you can spray paint the ground with white after you call 811 to get a report on the areas that you will be able to dig. So be sure before you dig, call 811 to get a report from your utility suppliers to make sure that you're not digging into any power lines, any water lines, or telephone lines. And y'all, this is a dogwood tree that I told you I had planted a dogwood tree in this area where I planted 2 dogwoods. And I was not sure which ones they were until I did some research to try to figure it out. And the dogwood has these red branches. And when I realized that this was one of my dogwoods, this area is where I plan to start putting some of my trees. And I'm going to put some shrubs over here because I told you all I want to do some more work to try to get it to look better. You know, I want to grow my vegetables, but I also want to have some aesthetics in the garden. So I do have some shrubs that I have in some containers, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant these shrubs out here around, and I'm going to try to keep this area, because at one point this area was very beautiful. I'm going to try to keep this area beautiful again. At one time I grew hibiscus over here. I had a climbing jasmine, which was very beautiful and fragrant, and I had other perennials in this area. I don't think I'm going to be doing a perennial garden because the perennial garden to me is a lot of work. Not as far as planting them over again, but as far as keeping the area free from weeds. I just don't, I'm not ready to deal with a perennial garden planted in ground right now. So I'll continue to have perennials in my flower beds, but I am going to plant some shrubs and trees over here. But I am excited about getting my report. Hopefully they'll say that I can dig in this area where I put this pole, because like it was okay when I planted right here, but I want to make sure that, you know, this is another area. I want to make sure that I am, because I want to be digging pretty deep to put those shrubs in. It's different if you're just gonna dig with your trowel to put in a flower or a, you know, a small plant. But once you get to digging and putting in shrubs and trees, you need to go ahead and call 811. It is free and it will save you money. They could require you to pay for it if you damage some lines or pipes. And my weeping shishimo cherry has started back blooming. I'm excited about this one because the other one did not survive the winter. So I am going to put this one in ground because it is a very, very beautiful ornamental tree and I want to be able to keep it, and I think that it's going to do much better out of the pot. So I need to go ahead and get that out of the pot really soon. And so that's one of the ones that I am going to be planting in the garden, but that is not what I'm going to be planting over in the area that I just showed you. This May, because it has all these around it, all these plants around it, I could take these out and add them to different areas of the garden, but I don't know. It looks like this tree might be a lot to try to get in the ground this year. I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get it in there because it's starting to bloom out. I like to do them more when they're dormant instead of when they're putting out new blooms like this, because you could cause them to lose their bloom. But we'll see. We'll play this one by ear. Y'all, this red passion rose is very passionate about getting itself out to a good start this season. It has really put on a lot of new growth and it's just looking amazing. So I'm excited about seeing how it's going to do this season. I really would like to get these citrus trees planted in ground today. I have 3 citrus that need to go in ground, so I'm going to see if these can go into the garden in the ground today. I also want to see if I can get this blueberry plant moved over where the other blueberry plants are today. I think I want to have all my blueberries together. This is also a blueberry that will be moved today. Yeah, I love this Rose of Sharon, but this Rose of Sharon was planted too close to the house. And so every year, once it starts to bud out, I cut it back really low because I want it to grow and be beautiful through the year. It always puts out a lot of flowers for me, but I don't want it touching the top of the house. So I'm going to cut it back. Cut it back really low. I am so excited about how well the chickens are doing. Everybody's getting along pretty good for as well as chickens get along. The feathers have come back on most of the chickens that were molting really bad. This third rooster, he wants to get over there in that chicken coop with those other 2 roosters so bad. Stuck over here with Kane, so he's stuck over here with his daddy. He is pacing back and forth, wondering, how can I get over here to get to this hen? Kane won't let me holler at these chickens over here on this side, but I know my brothers over there, they'll let me holler at those chicks. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my these pots filled with some soil, and then we're gonna pot up these melons. Okay, I didn't fill my pots all the way up to the top because I don't know. The roots are looking on these melons because I have not checked yet. So we're going to be all finding out at the same time what our roots are looking like on our melon. Now, I have some that's over here close to me, and I think I probably could just pull this right out. Okay, so this is one that I just pulled out. Okay, you can see what the roots are looking like, and I'm going to make a well. And that's why I use these pots, because I believe that these pots will work better for me up potting than these biodegradable pots will. I think that might do okay, but I prefer to go ahead and put them into these larger containers. So now I have made a well in here, and this one is one of my Dixie. This is one of my Dixie Queen melons. These ones did real good for me last season. So I just put it in here, and I am going to put my, make sure it's stationary in the soil. Then I'm going to backfill the soil around it. I'm just going to use one of my plastic cups, and then I'll backfill the soil in around it. And then I will make a label. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these up potted. Okay, and I did an experiment on my seeds that I saved from my melons last season, because I told you on those Dixie Queen melon seeds, my seeds did not look like their seeds. For some reason, I don't know. But I saved the seeds out of one of my melons, and they did not germinate. Well, I only did one. I think I dropped only one. Let me see. I only have one label that says Homestead Dixie Queen. And the spot that I had them, let me make sure. Yeah, I only had one. I put one seed in that was my Dixie Queen Homestead grown seeds. These were seeds that I harvested of one of my melons. And as I told you, they look different. So it did not germinate for some reason. So I will be tossing those seeds. Well, I'll try those seeds again. I'm going to try them again because I only did one for some reason. I only did one. I guess, like I said, it was an experiment. So I only did one. But I'm going to... I did get germination on the Dixie seed that I purchased from the store, because I had some left from my last season melons. And I am going to be needing some more. So when I grow some this season, I will be harvesting those seeds again. Just because something happened that time, and whatever it was, I'm not sure what it was. But I will not stop trying to harvest those seeds, because we're getting in times that you really need to harvest as many seeds as you can harvest and have your own supply of seeds. But the store, Dixie Queen, did produce some nice melon seedlings. So I'm going to go ahead and get these up potted. But I just wanted to tell you all about the experiment that we did with my seeds. Not successful, so we'll try again. Okay, so I'm back out in my garden, and I'm happy to be back outside because it feels so good out here. It was cooler early, but now it's feeling wonderful out here. And I am going to move this blueberry, and this is a bonus blueberry, and it requires full sun, 6+ hours, likes moist, well-drained soil. And I'm going to move this blueberry because it's over here by itself, and blueberries do better if they are with some other blueberries. But it says for maximum fruit yields and larger berries, plant with one or more additional high bush blueberry plants. So you always want to look and see what the pollination requirements are for your blueberries and your other fruit trees. And that is the requirement for this one, that it does better if it's able to be near another pollinator. So now I'm going to move it to the east side of the garden where the other blueberries are. And I'm over here by my clematis plant. It has started making some real growth, y'all. I have put it on a stick, and I'm letting this stick, I put this stick through this fencing that I want this clematis to climb up on, and I just started wrapping my clematis around this stick. And that is just how I'm going to train it to grow onto this fence. And as you can see, this arb is laying over again. It cannot stand up. It's top heavy, and this pot is not big enough for it. So I'm going to put it in the ground as soon as they give me the okay to dig, and that should happen tomorrow. Okay, so now I'm over here with this Rose of Sharon bush shrub, and I am going to cut it back because, as I told you, it gets up to the house. So I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting, and I'm going to cut it back hard because I want it to I don't mind it growing, but I don't want it to reach the top of the house. And I cut it hard like this each year, and it grows. By the time summer gets here, it is tall. It's 7 or 8 feet tall. I thought about moving it, but it's really not going to be that easy to move because I tried to dig in here and find the roots, and the roots are huge, so I was not able to move this shrub. But it's very beautiful. I would like to have one out in the landscape that I don't have to cut back, that I can just let it get as large as it wants to get. But this one is not the one. That's why it's really important to do your research to find out how large a tree or shrub will get, so that you will not make the mistake of putting it in a spot that is going to cause you problems in the future. And some of these smaller branches, I'm going to go ahead and cut them all the way back because they are suckers. And so now I can, I feel more comfortable with it being this height. And by the end of the summer, it might get to be 4 or 5 feet tall, and it'll have beautiful pink and white flowers on it. So we got a lot done today. I got some things moved that I wanted to get moved. My blueberry is over here with the other blueberries. I have my citrus trees moved in the area where I want to get them planted. I could not do the planting that I wanted to get done today because as I said, I'm waiting for 811 to let me know that it is okay to dig in these areas, and they have said that they will let me know tomorrow. So tomorrow we should be able to either plant in those spaces or find another spot. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed the video, and that you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.